Here's an easy way to get OpenStreetMap data into QGIS. Let's go to a web browser. Let's go to OpenStreetMap and we'll go to the web map. And I'm in the UK, so it's zoomed to the UK, but let's zoom out and let's go somewhere in India. Let's go to Ahmedabad and let's imagine we just want the data for this area around Narendra Modi Stadium. So I'll zoom into it and then I'll go to the export link. And then I'm going to click on export. And what that's going to do is it's going to export all the data within the bounds of the window. And you can see when I move this around, it changes the coordinates on the left. So I'm just interested in this feature. I'm zoomed into it, so I'll click on export. And once I do that, it's going to save a file to my computer. So I'll click that and I'll show you it in the folder. When you download the file, it will just be called map.osm. You don't need to worry about that format if you've never heard of it, because QGIS can understand it. So it's fine. So I've clicked save already and the file is saved. What I'm going to do, let me just cancel that. And let me remove this window. The easiest way, as always, to get data into QGIS is to drag and drop it in. You can use the Data Source Manager button, but let me just show you how I'm going to drag and drop this OSM file in. There's the file, and I'm going to drag and drop it into either the map canvas or the layers panel. It doesn't matter which, I'll just drop it into the map canvas. When you do that, you'll usually see a pop-up like this, just telling you all the different kinds of features that are in that OSM file. I'm going to load them all, so I'll click on add layers. And obviously it's not styled the way it was in OpenStreetMap, but as you can see, the features are there. So if I wanted to just extract the stadium, I could do that quite easily. If I go to the select tools, let me select multi-polygons because that's the polygon layer. And I'll use this select tool, the one that looks like a cursor and a yellow square. I'm going to select just that. And I know there's only one feature selected because I can see it, but also in the bottom left of the map, it tells me in the bottom left of the window. And I'm going to go to edit, copy features, edit, and then paste features as. If you want to save this feature as a new layer, you can choose the new vector layer option, and you can save it as a shapefile or a geo package or whatever. I'm only showing you this for demo purposes, so I'm going to just paste it in as a temporary scratch layer. When you do that, it will usually just say pasted, so let's call this what it's called. Narendra Modi Stadium. And I'll click OK, and there's the stadium. The key thing, of course, is when you see this little icon next to a layer, that just means it will be lost once you discard the project. So if you paste a layer in and then you change your mind and you want to save it, you can left click that little button and choose to save it to a folder. Okay, so let's say that we also want to get some more features out of this. The useful thing you can do actually is on multi-polygons, if I go there, double click it and open symbology, and then I'll go to the simple fill section. What I usually do here is I change the fill color to a different opacity, so like 50%, something like that. Click OK. The reason for doing that is I can then see the other features, and that allows me to see where there are overlapping features. So in this case, I'm going to select, I suppose it's a cricket field, and I'll go to edit, same again, copy features, edit, paste features as temporary scratch layer. And let's just type in field here. Okay. So what I will do is I will turn off multi-polygons, and I'll turn off the other stuff too. So we've got the field and we've also got the stadium. I'm going to drag field above the stadium on the left so that I can see the field. What I'll do is I'll just change the field color to a green. And I just drag and drop the fill color to the stroke color there. Click apply. Okay. And let's make the stadium, I'll just make it a grey color. Let's make it a bit darker than that. Again, drag and drop the color from fill to stroke. Apply. And I'll click OK. Sometimes with features like this is a good example where, let me turn on the outline for the stadium. Make it black. So you can see there the stadium, and if I turn on the outline for field as well, you can see the outlines are a little bit chunky, not super smooth. Now you can do this in various ways, but there's a little trick you can use using a geometry generator to make the outline a bit smoother. So let's try that. I'm double clicking the stadium layer on the left, and currently it's on single symbol, so that's fine. The type of fill is simple fill. So I'm just going to click that. I'm going to go to symbol layer type, which is currently simple fill. And I'm going to choose this thing called geometry generator. The reason for doing that is I'm going to smooth the outline of the stadium so it doesn't look so jaggedy. As you can see from this Google Map satellite image, it is much smoother than it looks on the map. So in this section, symbology, we're in geometry generator, we're going to go and click on this little button here, and we're going to use the smooth function. You can find these by searching in the search box. So it tells you what it does. I'm going to double click on smooth. This thing that says geometry, in my version of QGIS, it's got an @ symbol before it. Some versions it has a $sign, but whatever it comes up with on yours is fine. And we're going to smooth it. Then we need to put in a comma, and then you just have to choose how many iterations. If I don't do that, it's fine though. So let's just try smooth geometry and click OK, and then apply. Okay, so it did make it a bit smoother. It's not perfect. So if I put a comma after geometry and then hit 1, actually let's do 5. This is how many, essentially a slightly different smoothness. You'll see how it goes smoother. I'll click OK, and you can see how that outline is now much smoother. I'm going to do the same for the field. And I'll go to simple fill. So I'm on symbology, simple fill. Symbol layer type is simple fill. So many options here, but this is how you find it. I'll go to geometry generator, and I already know how this works. So I'm going to type in smooth, open bracket, and after geometry, I'll put a comma, and let's try 5 iterations of smoothness. And watch the outline to the green area as I click apply. Okay, so you can see how it's smoother now. Let's do it again. Let's make it 10. So you can see it, once you get to a certain level, it doesn't make much difference. So 5 is fine in this case. Apply and OK. The other thing we'll do before we finish, if I look at this, it looks rounder, I think, than what's on screen. Probably because the default coordinate reference system here can make it look a bit squished. So down in the bottom right where it says EPSG 4326, I'll click on that, and I'm going to change it to the one called pseudo Mercator, EPSG 3857. It's in my list here because I've recently used it, but if you don't see it there, you can just type 3857 in the box at the top, the filter box, and then if you've used it previously, it'll be listed here, but if not, you'll see it down below in the predefined coordinate reference systems box. So I'll choose it there, I'll click apply and OK. And then if I drag this in, the satellite imagery, you can see it's just a better match for what it's like. So that's a really simple example of how to get some features out of OpenStreetMap into QGIS in just a few clicks. If you're looking for more comprehensive data, the one I'd recommend is GeoFabric downloads, because they have it by continent and country, and it's pretty comprehensive and it's all available and really up to date.